Good morning, fifth graders. Today I'm going to show you how to copy and paste your citations when you are using the online databases. So let's get started. I am looking up the OCopy, and the first resource I am using is Britannica School. Once I have typed in my search term, which is OCopy, this is the article that I found. I only found one article. So let's say that I am using this in my research. I am going to read my information, take my notes, and do what I need with it. And whenever I cite my source here, I am going to select this box with the check mark, and it says Cite. And this cite means to show where you got your information, to prove that the information you have is correct. I select the check mark, and the selection style that I am using, the citation style that I'm using is MLA. There are lots of different formats. Use what your teacher asks you to use. Most of the time you will stick with MLA. When you get older, you will be using different types or the type that your teacher asks you to use. These are the other styles that are available. We are sticking with MLA. So all you do next is copy, including the quotation marks. This is already set up, and notice there's an indentation here. I am going to copy everything by highlighting, and you can either right click. If you're on an iPad, you can tap it and you can select copy, or you can hit the Control C button at the same time, those two buttons, and then you can go on to a document. I already set it up on my Google Docs. It's my works cited document. There's two spaces here, and to make sure my spacing is okay, I'm going to go to double spacing, and then I'm going to go back to the edge with this tab here, and now I'm just going to hit Control V or right click and paste it. Control V, there it goes. Now an important thing about citations are the second line is indented. It's a little bit hard to indent here, so what I have to do is put my cursor up at the top. It's going to highlight that URL. I'm going to space over to the next side, and I'm going to tab, not tab, but hit the space bar 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and nothing's happening. If I hit the tab, it tabs the one from the back. So you may have to play with it a little bit. I think if I hit my spacing there, I did it a little while ago, and now it isn't working. I'm going to go back and undo that. There we go. Nope, it still isn't working. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to go back and fix this. I'm not going to fix it right this minute. Do this. There we go. I pressed enter. When I put my cursor up here, I hit enter, and then it got me down here. So the other thing you need to keep in mind is you're going to alphabetize by the very first word. It doesn't matter what the first word is, but you're going to alphabetize this list. If the only thing I am citing is this one document, then that's the only one I need. But once I start copying and pasting, I do need to put them in ABC order. You can do that at the end, or you can do it as you go. So our next one is on SIRS Discoverer. If you use this one, you are going to go ahead and select the piece that you have read. Let's say that I read What Do You Get When? And that's the title of my article. To cite this one, every database has it in a different spot. It says right here, Cite, with the little page and the arrow. I'm going to click on that. Again, we want MLA. There's MLA. And the copy citation option is available. Click on that. Hit Control C at the same time. Otherwise, you can tap it if you're on an iPad. I'm going to go back to my document. That started with the letter W, so this is exactly where I need it. I'm going to hit Control V or right click and paste it. I'll do the right click and paste on this one. Just my right click and click paste. And then you notice that this is still gray. To take the gray off, highlight it. Then you go to this text color box, click on that, and go to highlight because it's actually highlighted in gray. Click that, and then click none, and it'll take the highlighting off. Again, you need to bring your cursor here, hit some space, hit the space bar, press enter. Now you're there. and hit the space bar 5 times to indent it. All right, the next one is the World Book citation. Here's my article on the Okapi. This one doesn't have it in a nice little box. You have to go to the tools box right here, the little gear that says tools. When you click on that, you'll get a little menu. And here is our citations. This one looks completely different than the others, so you do need to know where to dig for these. Here's our quotation marks, our citations. I'm going to click here. This is how to cite the article if you're using MLA, which we are. This is how you do it. APA and Harvard are down here. We don't even need those, so there's no need to worry about those. Again, I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to highlight the entire piece once I can get to it. There we go. I went backwards on this one. It was a little bit hard to catch. I'm going to either hit the Control-C button or right-click. I'll right-click on this one so you can see how that looks. And I'm going to copy. Go back to my document, my Works Cited page. This one starts with an O, it also starts with Okapi, so then I'm going to need to go to the next word, which would be World Book Kids. So I'm going to keep that in mind. If that's hard to keep in mind, you can just always copy and paste it like this, and then you can move it later if you're not sure where it goes. So I'm going to do that, and right click, paste it here. Now I have to put these in order. Now these two words begin with the same word, Okapi, Okapi. What do I do next? I go to the next word over. The next word over is World Book. So this citation should be right after this one. What do you get when? Should be my last citation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an extra space here to move everything down. Now I'm going to copy this, right click. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to remove it from that spot. And then I'm going to come up here and then right click and paste it. And now I need to take this extra space out. Now everything's in alphabetical order. Okapi Britannica School, Okapi World Book Kids. What do you get when? And that is how you cite your sources when you're using the databases. Again, they're all different. They all look and come in different places, so you need to know which database you are currently using, and then you need to know where the citation tools are for that, and that's how easy it is. Another tool you can use is EasyBib, but that will be another lesson because there's a lot of other things that you need to do with EasyBib, but that's a really, really good place for you to keep everything. But for now, this is how you do it. You can copy and paste them. You guys are so, so lucky we have this technology now, because all you have to do is copy and paste. Now you do have to go back and check to make sure that they're done because they're not always perfect, but for the most part, if anything, I want you to at least get accustomed to learning where to find the citation tools so it's not so super, super hard for you to do. This is super easy, it's nice and fast, and your teachers will be able to see where you got your information, and your readers as well, because your teachers will not be the only people reading your work. That's how you do your Works Cited. If you have any other questions, please, please, please come to the library. I will be more than happy to help you. It gets a little tricky and complicated here, but you guys are at the age where you are going to have to be doing this with all of your research and all of your classes. So the sooner you learn it, the better it will be, and then you will get a lot better with it as you continue to practice it. Have a great day.